Thinking about buying a fixer-upper but not sure if it's worth the investment? It can be tough to know if a house has real potential or if it's going to turn into a money pit.
That's right. Many buyers dream of transforming dated properties, but you have to know what you're getting into. And we're here today to share some expert tips on what to look for before you commit.
Welcome to today's episode. I'm Callie from JSB Home Solutions, and I'm joined by Kendra Carter of the Carter Group with Keller Williams Consultants here in Columbus, Ohio. Together, we've worked with tons of homeowners who want to buy and transform older homes.
Buying a fixer-upper can be a great opportunity if you know what to look for. Today, we're diving into the key factors that can help you determine whether a property is worth the remodeling investment. By the end of this episode, you'll have the knowledge to spot a home that's truly ripe for transformation.
If you find these tips helpful and want to see more content like this, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. It lets us know that you're enjoying the information that we're sharing.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We're here with new insights on buying, remodeling, and creating a home you'll love. So hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated on our latest episodes.
So let's start with the big picture. What exactly should you look for in a fixer-upper? It can be overwhelming to see all the things you could change, but not every property will give you the return that you're hoping for.
You're right. The biggest question to ask is whether a home has real potential and if it fits in your budget. Those are two things that are the most important. When it comes to those properties that make sense, it comes down to the right foundation. You can bring an older home back to life without breaking the bank. All right, let's talk about the location first. You've probably heard 1,000 times that it's about the location. A home's location can significantly impact its resale value, especially when you're planning to sell down the line. We need to make sure that your budget makes sense because the most beautifully remodeled homes, you could go backwards on your investment.
Exactly. You want to look for areas with signs of growth that have positive schools and quick selling properties, and ideally the neighborhood that you're in should support a higher resale value after you've invested in a remodeling project.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about structural integrity. When a house has good bones, you have a solid foundation to work with. This means that the essential parts, the foundation, the walls, the roof, are all in good shape. If these are sound, your remodel will be more straightforward with a lot fewer surprises.
You're right. A house with major structural issues can become a money pit really fast. Before you dive in, you want to check for cracks in block basements, water damage, and sagging walls. Those can be $15,000 to $50,000 really fast, especially roof, things like that. A solid layout that suits modern living will also give you more flexibility in remodeling without the need for major structural readjustments. Floor plan flexibility is also huge. If a house has an adaptable layout, you'll be able to open up spaces and configure rooms as you like. This flexibility can make the remodeling process much smoother and much more affordable.
Exactly. Look for homes with fewer load-bearing walls, as these can get expensive if you want to change them or remove them. And also, unfinished areas like basements or attics offer excellent opportunities to add value without making major structural changes. Next up are cosmetic flaws. Now, don't be afraid of ugly wallpaper or outdated appliances. These are usually the easiest things to fix and can make the biggest visual impact for a lot less money.
So these are the homes that go fastest on the market right now in terms of great investments, because outdated interiors might look overwhelming, but it's really a great find. They offer huge opportunity to increase the home's value with really simple updates like flooring, fixtures, and paint.
Underutilized spaces can be a goldmine in a fixer-upper. If you find a house with an unfinished basement, an attic, or even a large garage, you're looking at extra square footage that you can turn into any kind of livable space that you want it to be.
I love this one too because converting these spaces just boosts your resale value. I had one a while back up in Galena where they had an entire loft space unfinished but with great bones. So keep an eye out for these spaces that you can transform into something useful. Now let's talk about budget. No matter how much potential a home has, you have to consider if the remodeling costs fit within your budget. Some homes may seem like a great deal, but once you add in renovations, they can exceed your financial comfort zone. And the only way you're gonna know that is having experts on hand that you can call to help give you those numbers.
We always recommend working with a contractor or a remodeling professional to get rough estimates before you buy. Compare these costs with potential increases in the resale value, and this will help you determine if the investment is actually gonna pay off for you.
Yeah, and finally, consider the potential for energy efficient upgrades. I'll say it 1,000 times. Buyers are looking for new windows, better insulation. Those things really boost that resale value, and the days on the market for that sale goes a lot quicker.
Energy efficiency is a big selling point these days, so a fixer-upper that's primed for these upgrades can be a really smart investment. Buyers love homes that offer lower bills and a smaller carbon footprint too.
Yeah, that's great. So just to recap, purchasing a home to remodel will be worth the investment if the home is in a location that supports a higher resale value. If the home has a solid structure and a functional layout, the projects needed are limited to cosmetics and increased energy efficiency, potentially unfinished spaces that could turn into livable square footage, and the purchase price and remodeling costs fit within your overall budget.
And buying a fixer-upper may not have a high return on your investment if the home is not in an area that supports a better resale value, if the home needs too much structural work or has had water damage, especially to the foundation, if there are lots of load-bearing walls that limit what you can do with your layout, and especially if you want to remove those walls, if there's no basement, attic, or garage that you can convert into livable areas, or if the cost of buying plus the cost of renovating is more than your budget.
Yeah, if you're considering a fixer-upper and want some expert guidance, you have to work with a realtor who understands remodeling needs and the local market. It truly can make all the difference.
And when it's time to evaluate the remodel itself, reach out to us here at JSB Home Solutions. We're here to guide you through each step of the remodeling process and ensure that your investment is a worthwhile one. Let's turn that fixer-upper into the home of your dreams.
Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to tune in next time for more tips on buying and remodeling. Feel free to reach out to me with the Carter Group or contact your realtor.